So, welcome today. Today's business spotlight hero is Frank Petruf. Frank, good morning. How are you?
Uh, Good morning, Tom. Good. How are you? How are you keeping?
Great to have you on this podcast here today. So, Petruf Consulting Engineers. So, tell everybody, what do you do? How long you've been doing it?
Mm. We are quite unique consulting engineers because what we are doing, just like um, traditional consulting engineer work, but on top of that, we are focusing on MMC Island. Just like it's modern methods of construction. We are focusing on precast concrete, which is off-site system.
Ah,
It's There is a kind of like a long history across the globe. So our design, we are tailored to project from early stages to precast concrete, just to save money and time and all these hassles later on site to our clients. Yeah, and we are using the state-of-the-art software package, technology package for our design, just like a structural analysis and modeling, drafting, and just end of the process is we are generating CNC files from our model together with the shop drawings, and these are being delivered to factory, and they have a robots in a factory. Just imagine panels could be manufactured with the tolerances up to 0.1 millimeter, smooth surface, each face like a glass. Yeah, and we are giving them those files just to feed their robots, their servers. Without these files, they can't do anything. Yeah, and it's really nice, just like we are starting a project at the stages, and we have a discussion with the architect or client, and we can tell them at the very early stages, because we have experience, we have a knowledge, we have all the technology in our office. We can tell them, okay, guys, okay, this is a say 10-story hotel. This is nice architecture, just like even some initial sketches, and we can support architects' creativity. Just like we tell them, okay, you want to maybe cantilever it out fifth floor for some, I don't know, 4 meters or something. And we can tell them, yeah, it's viable. You don't need to have there kind of like tons of steel beams and steel frame or like that. It can be done within the precast concrete panels. Yeah, and we are the engineers who can design this, and we can support our design with the software package what we have, because it's a software, it's finite element analysis in a 3D. So we have accurate information about the internal forces, stresses, deformation in every single piece of the model of the project. So
wow.
it's something like imagine you need to see a doctor consultant,
Yeah.
yeah, and you need to go to the X-ray or CT,
Hmm.
and they will just like examine your body, every single piece. Yeah, similar way we are working here, so because we have a model, and we can analyze the model, what's going on there, just like are we okay with the deflection on that floor somewhere, or can we omit this column, can we do this beam better, can we do this staircase a little bit better, just to support the architect's creativity, that shape, just to encourage them, just let your creativity fly. We are the engineers who can turn your nice art into the structural analysis model, get internal forces, and finish the design, make viable, for a budget, for site, and also for the factory, just to manufacture the panels, delivered on site, and then, you know, if everything is going as per our design, they can erect the panels quite quickly, just to save time, money, and that's what we do.
Wow. So is this, would I be right, this is a niche market? I mean, not everybody builds this way. So would there be particular people, particular projects who really buy into this?
Uh, it's not really, this is well-established system in Ireland
Okay.
and also in UK and in continental Europe and across the globe. Different is our approach, the way what we are designing, okay? Because the standard procedure in Ireland over the years is that, say, you are as an investor at the beginning of the project, you need to get your project, you need to get granted planning, okay? And even in that stage, the planning is usually done this way that, okay, it's nice architecture, but there is no any structural engineering input. There's just civil engineering, you know, just like drainage and maybe the car park, the roads around.
Yes.
But
yes.
there is no any room for any structural engineering, you know, just even some consultation just to give them advice. Guys, your span is too big, or that wall will make a trouble you later on site, you know. And we do all these things from the early stages just to support the architect at the ideally from day number one of the project, just to make the shape of the building, the art right, okay? And once your planning is granted, simultaneously with the architect, we will do our model as a kind of like a solid model, And once the project is granted, planning is granted, of course, there might be some, you know, objectives, you know, something needs to be incorporated. So we will incorporate all these changes, and then we can quickly go and panelize the model, just to split the model into the panels, and then we can finish general arrangement drawings, because again it's generated from the model. So your elevations on walls, layouts, sections, 3D views, just to get approved all this to architect and client and mechanical, electrical, that all these openings in the walls are right. And then we can move quickly to the production. So in Ireland, there are two factories which are almost fully automated. Okay. So one is a Keegan's factory. This is just like, I would say, about 90% fully automated. And there is also Kilsaran. It's
Kilsaran,
100% automated. Imagine it's similar process like factory for a car. That's been
all automated.
All automated. But the whole idea is that not people are working around the panel, but the panel is traveling across the factory. Okay, so same like a car. Yes, imagine at the beginning of the process, you have a large plotter, and the plotter, using our design, that CNC file, it will build up a shutter with the accuracy of 0.1 millimeter all around the panel. That
That's
will
pretty good.
Color mark for all your casting items, kind of like electrical sockets or grout tubes or anything like that, what you need for the panel. Then the people in the factory, the labor, they have a easy life, because markings are there, so they know where these items needs to be placed. All the shutterings are with the magnets. So once this is done, the panel is traveling as on a steel pallet. The next stage is they will go to the robot which is cutting the steel. So you have a zero waste for your reinforcement. Because all this steel is cut exactly as per the drawing, Then it's moving forward. Okay, there is a kind of like pouring concrete, shaking table, and then at the end of the process, there is a large coring chamber. It's kind of like a bakery, imagine. So they can get, I think, about 70 panels in it. Press the button, cook the panels, and say next day the panel can go on site.
Very good. So that's the technical side. It sounds like you've got a wonderful offering there. And I presume do you have any video of the processes on your website as well?
I think the video might be on that side of this precast manufacturer. I think Keegan's might have some video there. Okay. Those videos, what we have, it's more about the design, just like what we are doing, what kind of design and how we can help those factories just do their job to finish the production better. Because there must be kind of like three main factors on every single project just to make a project successful. The first one is a design. Yeah, all the design team, just like say architect, structural engineer, mechanical, electrical, all the design team. Yeah, then you have a production factories, and then you have a site. It's
Yes.
kind of like a triagonal, so the
Yes.
communication, cooperation between those needs to be perfect.
Mhm.
Once somebody is not doing something right, then you will see it sooner or later, even in the factory, that that needs to change their production slots because they didn't get enough information, or they are struggling on site because say panels were delivered late or wrong, or they have a difficulty to erect the panels. All this needs to work together. Yeah, and we have a knowledge, we have experience how to manage all that process. Just just to make this right. Yeah, imagine if you will be investor and you want to build say 300 apartments. You might be on site maybe 2 years, 2.5 years, using our approach and using this precast concrete system. That program might shrink to half, I would say.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. That's interesting. Yes. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So tell me, when did you start your business?
We are starting in back to 2009. So
Well
it
done.
was really kind of like at the middle of the crisis, financial crisis.
Yes.
So we will be celebrating this summer 15 years in business.
Fantastic. And may I ask you then, I presume it hasn't been a straight line all the way up all the time. What has been the biggest challenge that you've had? Has it been your team? Has it been, just getting work? Or what were the biggest challenges you went through?
I would say the biggest challenge was just uh, to find out right people into our team,
Mhm.
because our work uh, is requiring some little bit different thinking. You know, you have to have a good eye for detail. You need to have some sequence in your design what you are doing. Yeah, and you need to understand what you are doing, because on one side your software is a perfect tool, but if it will be just only um, purely taking information from that software without any thinking, just in any consideration, is that right? Everything is fine. In that moment, this software is changing into the dangerous gun. Okay,
With you.
because imagine you are designing, say, 10, 15-story building, and you might have somewhere some connection, some assumptions, design assumptions wrong. Yeah, and then it might lead to some collapse on site. It's really it's not like that we have here some kind of like a black box. We will feed this black box with something, and then we will get some miracle at the other end. It's not
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You
So there
know,
is, yeah, the software, but there's obviously a very big part of the human input from the
yeah.
imagination, the design part. So tell me, building a team has been a big challenge, but what would you reckon as a business owner, Frank? What's the biggest learning you've got since you went into business on your own?
Mm, I think due to this that we are quite unique, and all this expertise what we are doing is unique. I learned that if I would like to build my team, I I need to be able to explain all this stuff there uh, to anybody within the team as 5-year old. Okay,
Yeah.
without this, we won't be there where we are at the moment. Yeah,
Yes.
that's one thing, and the other is we just try. We have kind of like a company philosophy that we are encouraging our team, anybody within the team, are strongly encouraged. Just like guys, um, we are getting work, we are making clients happy because of our expertise, of our innovations, of our knowledge. So if you have any idea how we can improve our process, how we can do things better, let us know.
So innovation, which is
Innovation,
fantastic.
innovation,
Yeah.
creativity, and there is always something that you can make better. And especially there is non project, never ever, which is exactly the same. everyone is original, and everyone has kind of like their own challenges, and all that pressure there, deadlines, and make the structure within the budget. There is always something that you need to create, that kind of connection detail to suit, say, the shape of the architect design, avoid the cold bridge, make it structurally sound. It's a lot of input is in it, and just to make this right, I can't do this myself. Just like especially Friday evening when I'm completely exhausted. I'm so lucky that I have people around me, and
Yeah.
then we can make a quick design team. Call through the teams and just, guys, give me advice. That's the issue. What do you think? How we can sort out this?
So you've got a good team together. I was going to ask you then, how do you work out your work-life balance? Separating the work from your home life, your family, and all that sort of stuff. Do you put it in your diary and say making time for all this stuff, or what do you do?
Yeah, this is always changing, because uh, every day has just 24 hours. Week is just only 7 days. So all is about timing and discipline, that you need to know that, okay, that's the time for my work. And in our industry, in the construction industry, there are always changes, just like always. So I'm I can't tell that I'm doing this right, because not, I'm just doing my best. And it's always that, okay, again, I was in a work a little bit longer because it was needed. The guys on site, they were needed some help, just to sort out that issue which came up this morning, or and but then once I'm off work, so then I try to be as much as possible with my family, mm, spend some time, just to do some exercise, and just to have just to do something for myself.
Very good. So if I could ask you finally then a couple of last questions then. If you were to give a budding entrepreneur or even your 18-year-old self three pieces of advice when you're setting up or running a business, what would they be?
Mm. The first would be, I would say, when a student is ready, he needs to have a good mentor. So in our case, we were so lucky that at the really very early stages of our business, we met Jack Kavanagh. Jack was the main engineer in Comcast, and you
Okay.
might know Crow Park Stadium in Dublin.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so he designed this stadium.
Ah,
So that his art, okay. And at the early stages of our business, we went to exhibition because it was really kind of like a lot of work everywhere. Yeah, so we went to Ideal Home Show,
yeah.
and we had there some large screen, and we just play, just like zoom in, zoom out, rotate our models. And Jack was there, and he saw us. And after that exhibition, we got a call from Jack, and he said, guys, you know what? I have a 200 years experience, and you have a technology. It would be good to combine.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so then I learned a lot of things, a lot of kind of like a tricks from Jack, what I can use it, and I'm still using in my design. Even at the moment, even Jack is already retired.
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be the first thing. So you need to have somebody from you can learn,
Yes.
somebody who is
Good thinking.
really
Yeah.
good in that industry. Okay.
Okay.
So then next thing, what you need to do is, it's quite simple. And when you wake up in the morning,
Mhm.
you need to do your bed. Okay.
Make your bed. Yes,
Make
I've
your
heard.
bed,
Yeah.
because this is the first thing what you will do on that day,
Yeah.
and it's done. And when you come back from home,
Yeah.
from work, back to the home, and you will go to bed in the night, you
Yeah.
will you will see, okay, it was done. I'm so happy that I can go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might come and talk to my son about that with you because we can't get him to make his bed.
Yeah, but the philosophy behind this is that will give you kind of like a maybe first lesson of discipline. You know,
Very good. Very good. I like that.
something that you will do even some small step, and you can see the result. It's done,
Yes. Yeah.
and then you can move from day to day, from week to week, and after some time you can see uh, what road has been taken already, where we are, and where we were. You know, and the last thing was just like you need to think that I can't do all this great business alone, because there is no any success, any kind of like successful business which was created and made successful by one person. It's always some team. Yeah. So therefore, you should think this way, that I am building my team, not the numbers around me. Okay. And then I think that's really kind of like something that you can build on, and I
Yeah.
can moving, with your business towards the future.
I must say that's really come up with three great things there. You know, having your focus, building your discipline, building a great team around you, and looking for a mentor or someone to work with. In other words, you can't do it for yourself. Frank, I think they're wonderful pieces of advice. The last question I want to ask you is, what does the future of your industry look like to you? And where do you see your company going in the next, say, 5 years?
Mm. I see future construction industry in modern methods of construction. Just like clearly we can see that all this labor which was done in the past on site, just like all this, say, carpentry, bricklayers,
Mhm.
even in situ concrete, all that work, because now we are in a stage where we have a lack of workers. There is absolutely lack of young people uh, learning all these skills in schools. There is lack of interest about that. Yeah. So, and those workers we have on site at the moment, they might go into and they might be retired 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then it would be big trouble. Yeah. So therefore, we can be so lucky that we have a technology here, we have a plan, we have ideas, and those ideas is offsite. So every single building comprised of parts, and these parts can be manufactured outside of site. Yeah, so therefore we call this as an offsite, and it's
Yes,
going
yeah,
to be
offsite
delivered
manufacturing,
to
yeah.
site and build up as a Lego. Yeah, so that's the future, and I can see our company future that will be moving this direction, improving our skills, our knowledge from project to project, and we will try to serve our clients, give them better and better advices regarding to this offsite system, precast concrete system, and just to show them how these things, how the same building can be done quicker, better, cheaper, the higher
Cleaner,
quality.
cleaner, probably a better carbon
Yeah,
footprint, all that sort of stuff.
exactly. Yeah,
Frank, I could talk to you all day. This is fantastic. But thank you very much indeed for participating in this today. So just for our viewers here, petruf.ie, petruf.ie is your website.
that's right.
Go
Yeah.
on and have a look at more thing to get in touch with you. Are you so for those who might be interested in having a conversation with you, would you be happy to take a phone call?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Fantastic.
we are very welcome if anybody can contact us or on our contact number, which you can find on our website.
Hmm.
And also would be my mobile number, which is 085-165-3897.
Fantastic.
And we'll be more than welcome just to have a quick chat and maybe give some advices at the early stage of project. how this can be done better, how maybe structure can be designed with a higher efficiency. In other words, just bring the value engineering into the project.
Fantastic. Frank Petrov, thank you so much for participating today. It's been really, for me, I've learned a lot listening to you, and I love the idea of the precast concrete thing. I think it's a great idea making off-site. So thank you very much indeed, and we look forward to hearing from you maybe again in another couple of years' time and see how the business is going.
Yeah, that will be great. I hope so. Yeah.
Many
Thank you,
thanks
Tom.
indeed.
Have a nice day.